What a beautiful sunrise. In the Walmart parking lot. What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 5 of my Freedom Isn't Free series. Today I'm going to be talking about expectations versus reality. Now, with this being part 5 already, I kind of sort of feel as though I have tried to do my best as far as prepping most of you that are thinking about maybe going on the road full time, living out of a vehicle, RVing, van life, whatever you are interested in. The vehicle is unimportant, but the road is the same for almost everybody. The challenges may be slightly different, but overall they're mostly the same. I think the problem that I know that I had, at least when I first began, was I had certain expectations about what this life was going to look like for me. And what I was doing is I was living my fantasies in my head through the people that I was watching on YouTube. I was looking at other people's lives, real or edited. That is another topic altogether. But you know, you look at those images on Instagram and you watch the videos on YouTube and stuff, and you start to paint yourself, you know, a picture for yourself. What's my life going to look like? Oh, they're showing me what it's going to look like. And that's not necessarily the way that it goes. I mean, it can definitely be a possibility. Our expectations can cause a lot of stress. And those expectations can mislead you. They can make you think that, you know, different things in this world, in this life, are going to be different than the way you had imagined them. And it's a constant struggle to balance what you've seen and what you expect with what actually is going to be happening out here on the road. You know, I think probably one of the biggest challenges that I had to overcome was the fact that not every single place that I'm going to stay is going to be amazing and beautiful, because it hasn't been. So just like today, I'm sitting here watching this sunrise that I showed you all. It's a gorgeous sunrise. I do get a little peek of some mountain hills over here just on the other side of the interstate. So I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but all that noise outside, that's the interstate right behind where I've been camping. And I say camping because I've been here almost a week. The expectation might look something like this, when in reality, it looks like this. But I will tell you all this. My expectations they were tempered quite early. When I travel, if I'm just trying to get from point A to point B, a lot of times I use an app called RV Parky. RV Parky basically just helps me find decent places, not gorgeous, not beautiful, sometimes, maybe, but most of the time it's just a place to stop and sleep overnight. Walmart parking lots, Cracker Barrel parking lots, rest stops, truck stops like Flying J, Pilots, TAs. They're not quiet for the most part. You're going to be very close to interstate. Most of these places are convenient. So you'll have road noise. You'll have people driving back and forth. You'll have crazy stuff going on in the parking lot. You'll have truckers running their engines all night. There's always going to be something going on, and it's not going to look like it does on Instagram. But my expectations were tempered very early because of those experiences. Because I knew that, you know, if I'm not actually camping and I'm just sleeping overnight, it makes it much, much easier to kind of wrap your head around the fact that these places are a means to an end. My expectations were, oh, I'm just going to be camping in one beautiful place after another. Once you realize that that's not the case, it makes it so much easier to realize that these truck stops and these Walmarts and these parking lots and these, you know, pull-offs, they're just trying to get you to that next beautiful spot. Each of these beautiful locations that I've been to have been basically peppered in between a lot of travel in between there, and not all of these places have been awesome. For instance, the Walmart parking lot that I'm in right now, I swear to God, most nights at the end of when I wake up in the morning, at the end of it all, it looks like an RV campground. It's literally the craziest thing I've ever seen. There's probably 30 or 40 different RVs parked back here in the parking lots. And swear, I really do think there's like 2, maybe 3 people that live here full time. I mean, I've not seen them move a single day since I got here. But maybe they're waiting on automotive parts like I am. So I'm not trying to be judgy. I'm just saying, it's weird when they just sit. And they're fully unhitched. I'm not even unhitched. I mean, I do have my jack down to relieve some pressure off the springs, but they're fully unhitched. They got 2 vehicles here, and they keep driving around doing stuff, and they just stay. This is the most tolerant effing Walmart I've ever been to in my whole life. But I do want to say that this is a good thing that you're watching this video, because that means that you're doing your research. And this research, this thing I'm telling you right now, this is to tell you that as long as you temper your expectations, as long as you don't solely go on what you've seen or what you've watched on YouTube, you're going to do better. You're going to do so much better. You're going to realize that not everything is glamorous, not everything is awesome, and not everything is going to be picturesque. Sometimes you got to do some dirty things. Like you've got to maintenance your vehicle. We've already talked about that. You've got to service parts on your vehicle. We've already talked about that. You're going to have a lot of stuff going on that sometimes is going to require you to be much closer into town, and sometimes the only accommodations that you're going to be able to find, or at least if you're trying to do it as cheaply as possible, going to require you to stay in some pretty unappealing places. But first and foremost, you have to just kind of keep in the back of your mind that RV life, van life, it's still life. You're going to have problems. You're going to have things that go wrong. You're going to have a lot of little hiccups, a lot of little, speed bumps along the way. And you're going to have to deal with those in van life or RV life just like you would in sticks and bricks life. If you have a house, you've got responsibilities. If you're living in a van, you've got responsibilities. Our main goal here is just to make sure that you don't have to deal with them for very long, right? Make sure that you temper your expectations. Make sure that you realize that reality is not just one big long Instagram photograph. There's a lot of stuff in between those. Thanks so much for watching yet another riveting episode here on the Avion Awesome channel. I'm your host, Mark Hook, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace.